YouTube, it's me, Barb. I'm coming at y'all today with a video on trusting God with your finances. And you know, this conversation was birthed out of me having a conversation with someone, and you know, I am a living witness to the fact that you can trust God with your finances. I have many testimonies of how God has provided for me in paying my tithes, you know, and offerings to Him. And so I just want to give you all a little encouragement and give a part of my testimony with tithing. When I grew up, I didn't necessarily have a good grasp on the concept of tithing. It wasn't until after I got married that I really began to understand the importance of tithing. And we were young when we got married, 20 and 21. And I was like, I had that mindset like, so if I got to give God 10% of what I earn, I'm not going to have enough to pay my bills, or, you know, I'm not going to have enough to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, after I really understood the concept of tithing, I began to take God at His word. So, literally, y'all, my first job after getting married, like, I helped clean houses. And then my first, quote-unquote, real job, I was only making like, what was it? I think $7.25 an hour. And so, you know, my checks were not that much after taxes, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give my 10%. And then I got so excited when I started seeing God take that little that I had, you know, in that check, and He would stretch it. Like, literally, there were times when I was like, how in the world are all our bills paid? And, you know, we're not making that much. Like, when I was married, when we first got married, no lie, y'all, we made like close to $11,000 or $12,000 together. Not each, you know, person making $12,000. He made 12, I made 12. No, we made like close to 11 or 12 together. So we were literally living below the poverty line. But let me tell y'all how good God was, because we paid our tithes. We lived in one of the nicer apartment complexes in the city at the time. We had 2 cars that were nice cars. We had, you know, our rent was always paid on time, our utilities, our cable, you know, and we had, you know, a little extra to do this and this and this. And, you know, it got so to the point where I was taking God at His word about, you know, not robbing Him of the tithes and the offerings, that when I found, like, literally, I found like 50 cents in my work jacket, and I gave God 10% of that 50 cents because He had proven Himself so faithful in providing for me when I paid my tithes to Him, you know, out of obedience to His word. And I got so excited about tithing that, you know, any amount of money that I got, I was like, ooh, I got to give God His 10. I got to give God His 10 off the top, you know. And it became a thing of, you know, knowing that God was going to provide for me. It might not have been, you know, financially that He would increase me. But like, for example, one time my ex-husband and I, we literally didn't have no food in the house, y'all. And we was looking at each other like crazy eyed, like, what we gonna eat tonight? And God had touched this older couple's heart that particular Sunday and said, you know what? Hey, we want to take you out to dinner tonight. So we looked at each other like, whoop, whoop, you know, God is providing for me. You know, He said that He would provide for us according to His riches and glory. So, you know, we have to learn to trust God with our finances, you know. And I have a financial advisor, and he's always telling me, you know, you need to pay this debt off first, and then you snowball that and that and that. And then I think it would be good if we start allocating into these stocks and then this mutual fund and do this, 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 this. And, you know, we put so much confidence in a human to manage our finances, but God is the author. Glory be unto God. God is the one who gave us the ability to learn these concepts about finances, but he's ultimately the one that's controlling our finances in the first place. So why not trust your finances to a God who has all, oh my God, he has so many riches that we can't even imagine. We can't even imagine what God has for us, you know, and we shouldn't store up our riches here on earth anyways, because the moth and the rust is going to corrupt it. We should store up for ourselves heavenly treasures. But while we're here on earth, God wants us to be good stewards of that which he has given us. So the first thing in being a good steward is to trust him with, you know, your finances, and then in obedience, begin to give him that 10%. Don't think that, you know, say God gives you $100 and you like, man, if I give God $10 out of this 100, then this 90 is not going to work for me. But I'm a living witness and I can testify to the fact that if you give God that 10%, whatever that 10% is, he is going to take care of you because you are doing it out of a heart of obedience to him and to his word. So trust God. And, you know, trusting God is I know it's difficult because I'm in a season right now of learning to trust him more. And I'm in a season where God is really stretching me to trust him in other areas of my life. You know, with my finances, you know, hey, I give him the 10 off the top, be like, God, do what you do. And he has done so many things for me, y'all. Like, it is crazy. I can't sit here and talk and tell you all the things that he's done for me. But I just encourage you all not to get, you know, don't let the enemy tell you that, you know, if you give God this, then you won't have enough, because God is the more than enough God. God is a God who has unlimited resources to provide for your needs. God is the God that is sitting high and he's looking low, and he knows what you need. And we are more precious to God than the flowers in the field, though they're clothed in all their glory and their beauty and them pretty colors that they pop up with. But we are much more precious to God. And you think that he's not going to take care of you if you, in obedience, give him what's due to him off the top, the first. And even as I'm speaking now, God is telling me something that I need to start doing better of, you know, giving the first of, you know, we should even tithe with our time. You know, we have 24 hours in a day. So 10% of that is 2.4 hours. And, you know, we should give God at least 2.4 hours of our day. But, y'all, I'm not going to make this video long. I feel it in my spirit. God is talking to me about some other stuff that I need to work on. Because, see, I'm still a work in progress. But, with that being said, this video is almost 8 minutes long. But I just wanted to tell y'all that I love y'all. And I just encourage you all to begin to trust God in the area of your finances. Love you. Mwah.